Hi, I'm Youssef, and today I want to talk to you about an opportunity that I had to volunteer for a nonprofit organization. Over the last couple of days and over last week, I was able to work with the USTA, and I was able to work with a bunch of underprivileged tennis kids, and I did this with the nonprofit section. So obviously, I wasn't paid to do this. Um, I think the USTA is a great organization to get involved with if you like tennis. It's probably not very many people around here, obviously, but I thought it was a good chance to get to connect with people and get to be a mentor for people who don't exactly have those opportunities. Personally, I don't really spend time volunteering at all. This is the first time I've done it in a long time. But it was a good experience and one that I'll do again in the future. Um, I learned a lot. I learned four things, really. Four things that I was able to really take away. Thing one is obviously, as everyone knows, not everyone has the same opportunity as you. You have more opportunity than someone else, you have less opportunity than someone else. That's just the way life is. Also, I learned that I should, as in general, a person should always take the time out to help someone, no matter what the circumstance, no matter what you have, no matter how. It doesn't mean you need to change someone's life. You don't need to be that drastic, huge change that is like the number one thing. But it's always good to just be just a step in the ladder. The third thing that I learned was that it's always good to be able to see different aspects of life and try to communicate with people who personally you wouldn't do all the time. Myself, honestly, personally, I don't like to spend time with just a lot. I don't like spending time in big groups of people. For instance, it's not because I'm a socially awkward person, but personally, that's just not my thing. So I learned to step out of my comfort zone and meet new people and learn something new about them. So that was pretty important for me. I figured I was able to expand my horizons, I suppose. And the fourth and final thing that I learned, which I thought was the biggest thing, was to always put, obviously, everyone knows, put others in front of yourself. That's an important thing. But it's to I learned how to understand people better. So I was watching every one of your videos. I noticed that each one of you was able to either make a change, or you were able to motivate someone to be a change. So that's what I'm trying to learn and to try to get in to get across to people is you do not have to be the ladder. Just be a step in the ladder, try to make a change. Whether you like tennis or not, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. To volunteer for the USTA, if you do, whether you do or don't, doesn't affect me, but it'll affect some other people. And they've got a lot of people who are helping out, but if you want to be if you want to be another person helping out, that's probably a good thing. You'll feel pretty good about yourself. You'll help out others. It's a pretty good time too. Especially for me, since I've been playing tennis for all my life, I was able to keep it specific to my interests, and it would have been hard for me to volunteer for something I know nothing about, because I would have become a distraction more than anything, because I probably would have just kept doing stuff wrong. So, I think volunteering is a great idea, but I think also it's important to volunteer for something that you have a little bit of a background in, so you don't just mess everything up, I guess. That's what I think. But also, I think that there are three big things with the USTA that we learn, whether it's working with just the state chapters of the USTA, which are divided into different sections, or you're working with the USTA Player Development, which is that's not nonprofit, but whether you're working with the nonprofit chapters, I think it builds character. You learn more about yourself. You learn how to do something new. So I think all that is just very important, and hopefully you're motivated to check it out. Thanks.